It is a love song of dedication, commitment, the gift of love to give unselfishly, to love deeply. That's prominent soul and R&B DJ Muzik Soul's latest hot single titled Me, featuring songwriter, composer and singer Ntando Note. The pair join us now on Zoom to tell us more about this latest single. Muzik, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. I mean, take us back to how you met Ntando Note. What was happening at that time?
Good morning. Trust that you're well. I met this good gentleman through Chalk. DJ Chalk is one of the profound DJs and producers. We sat in studio. I had my volume 1 back in 2016. And he said, Muzik, for this year, we need to come up with something different, something that will empower our local artists. And therefore, we met with Ntando, we sat in studio, and we just came up with this good product.
Ntando, can you hear me? Can we talk to you? Talk to us about your musical career. Where did it all start for you? Ntando, can you hear us? All right, we're going to try and sort out that connection with Ntando. We're not getting his audio, but Muzik, I want to bring you back into this conversation while we try and sort out Ntando's sound. What is it about this hit single? Tell us a little bit about it. It's also spelled Me. Tell us a little bit about that. M-I-I.
So the me part of it, it's basically saying I'm giving you. It's like me is a tata. It's a beautiful love song where a guy is declaring his love and proposing to a lady. And this song was written by Chalk and the team. And when we sat there, we just had to come up with something very different. And Ntando was a better artist that we couldn't have asked for a better artist to have the song for us. And Ntando just did a good job about it. It's a beautiful love song, especially now we're in the month of love. I think that should be the song that's being played all over South Africa and the world at large.
Yeah. I'm going to try again with Ntando. Ntando, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well, ma'am.
Perfect. Yay, we're back. All right. I want to talk about your musical career. Take us back to how it all started for you.
Well, it really all started... Well, thank you for the opportunity, firstly. It's an honor and privilege to be here today. Going back to your question, it all started when I was 7, I think. It started in the church choir. I was offered an opportunity to lead a song. And I think that moment just made me realize that I can actually work on myself more and become the best artist I can become. So from church, I moved on to being the leader of the school choir. And after my high school career, I decided on embarking on a solo journey, of course. And I think that's when I actually started taking this serious, and everything is falling into place now. And thank you to DJ Chalk, of course, and Muzik Soul for the opportunity. It's really amazing. Everything is just falling into place.
Yeah. Talk to us about how your paths crossed. I mean, Muzik has mentioned that you guys met through DJ Chalk, but tell us how you met DJ Chalk and how this came full circle for you.
Okay, so I met DJ Chalk through a friend of mine, a producer friend of mine, and we worked. I was working really on backing, so there were projects that he'd called me for to become a backup vocalist for, and I think one day he realized that instead of this guy backing, he can do really well in his own song, and let's give him a chance. I think that's how it really started. He offered me an opportunity not only to work with some of the most prominent artists of today, but he also gave me an opportunity to work on myself as an artist. And that's where it really all started.
Muzik, I mean, what was it about Ntando's voice that drew you to him? And because I imagine, here's DJ Chalk who recommends somebody, but at the back of your mind you must say, okay, I must agree, he must fit in nicely with what I'm trying to do. What was it about his voice that you agreed with?
I think besides his voice, we just have to speak about the type of a person that he is. He's a type of person that's open for constructive criticism. One is, and when we're in studio, he's open for any genres that he can sing. So when we go to his voice, it's one of those people that you have to have that ear for music to really, really, really know that this is the guy. So it didn't even take us a day. We went into studio, Chalk said, this is your guy. And we had other artists that we had in mind, more prominent artists known. But then we said, why should we reuse the same methods that have been used? Why can't we empower somebody new? And so far, I think South Africa is not ready for what's about to come from Ntando.
Yeah. And Ntando, I mean, what has being part of this project taught you about yourself and what music means to you?
Wow, that's a really great question. I think with this particular project, I became more, how can I put it? I think this is where I was allowed an opportunity to explore my craft more and to get out of my comfort zone, really, because this sound I've never done before. But as soon as I held the mic and recorded, I realized that, man, this is something that I can really work on. And maybe it just might work out for me. Maybe all the other genres, are not meant for me. This is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's,
That's the calling. Muzik, I mean,
Yes.
Speak to us about the process of having to constantly reinvent yourself. I mean, the music industry is changing so much. It's evolving, in ways we don't even know yet. And what do you attribute that to reinventing yourself?
Look, when I released my first album in 2016, it was generally, actually the whole album, 17 songs. It was international artists. And with the lockdown and the COVID, it taught me that as artists, we hardly have an opportunity to have side hustles and savings. Hence, I decided with this one, it's part of a compilation that's upcoming. I'm coming up with my volume 2. So it's going to be various artists that I'm featuring on that, so that at least should, God forbid, something go bad in the next months or years, at least artists have got something that they can take home, even though there's no gigs. Uh-huh. So for now, we're just busy with the events that I host. I also host events, and Ntando is going to be my left-hand man.
Yeah.
I'm taking it all over.
What's been the response, though, to me?
Social media, we're getting very good response, and we're getting invitations from the establishments that I've been doing business with for over 10 years. We now, today, we're going to the Sofing, which is the biggest Sunday soul session place in Soweto. And people are just eager to listen to Ntando and see him live. So we are anticipating that we're going to do good, and we know that we can trust our people. They've always been loyal to us.
Ntando, have you had thoughts of an album? Where's your thought process at the moment? Yes, you are promoting me with Music Soul, but where's your thought process at the moment? Going solo? Plans? Tell us a little bit.
Well, I think currently, like I previously said, I'm working on becoming the best version of myself. So I'm working with collaborating with more, artists. I'm working on writing more music and just searching deeper, and finding that one element that's going to make me stand out from, the rest of the artists. So, yeah. Maybe at a later stage, maybe I'll be dropping something. But for now, I'm working on, collaborating more and just creating more.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, Thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck at the Sofing tonight. That was prominent soul and R&B DJ Music Soul, as well as songwriter, composer, and singer Ntando Note, speaking to us about a new hit single titled Me. It is a love song of dedication, commitment, the gift of love, and to give unselfishly, to love deeply.